Okay, good morning out there. Happy Sunday to everybody. So I wanted to do a World Baseball Classic recap since there's been back-to-back games now with involving the United States. So I wanted to give an update on these first two games. So the action for the United States began on Friday evening with a matchup against Brazil. So the pitching matchup in this one, the United States going with Logan Webb, who is a 7-year veteran with the San Francisco Giants. Now, Webb last season, maybe not his best year in terms of the win-loss record, 15 wins, 11 losses. However, Webb winning 15 games for the second time in his major league career, and he has been one of the most durable, I think, starters in all of baseball. For the third straight season, he was able to pitch over 200 innings. And again, with batter's face, it's all about durability for Webb. He led the majors facing 856 batters this past season. So I think that's a big reason why he was tabbed as the ace for the United States to give him innings and not have to rely on the bullpen so early. So let's start with the first inning. So Webb got run support right away. Bobby Witt able to get on base, and Aaron Judge, reigning American League MVP, able to just really pick off where he left off all of last season with the New York Yankees, able to deliver a two-run homer to put the United States up 2-0 right away. Brazil would answer in the bottom of the first inning. Lucas Ramirez with a solo home run. Now, if you're a fan of 90s baseball, that name is going to be very, very familiar. You know why? Because he is the son of 12-time All-Star Manny Ramirez. So I guess like father, like son. I know Manny was watching, and he's very proud of his son, and he hopes that he can make a name for himself, no matter what level he ends up as. But they're able to do this in the World Baseball Classic against some of the best athletes in the world. That's a big deal. So this Lucas would add some more highlights later. We'll get to that. Top of the third inning, Cal Raleigh, catcher from the Seattle Mariners. They call him the Big Dumper. He's able to take a bases-loaded walk, scoring Kyle Schwarber that put the United States up 3-1. We go to the fifth inning. More wildness from the Brazil's pitching staff. Byron Buxton hit by a pitch. That forces in Alex Bregman and gives the United States a 4-1 lead. Bryce Terang had himself a big ball game in this one. Terang would end up with a 4-hit game. This one, a bases clearing 3-run double that scores Cal Raleigh, Roman Anthony, and Buxton, and puts the United States up 7-1. So you would think they would be in pretty good shape, but Brazil had some answers for them. So bottom of the seventh, Luis Rojo, RBI single to score Reginado. Hopefully I pronounced that right. My apologies if I didn't. That made it a 7-2 ball game. Victor Mascai followed with a 2-run homer to make it 7-4. So Brazil still in striking distance here, getting late in the ball game. The USA would respond with some more insurance. Roman Anthony, RBI single, able to score Aaron Judge. And the U.S. took an 8-4 lead. But again, Brazil keeps fighting. Lucas Ramirez, the son of Manny Ramirez, second home run of the game that made it 8-5. So we go into the ninth, and it's still a competitive ball game. But the U.S. would just really capitalize on a huge ninth inning to put this one away. Bryce Harper, RBI single, able to score Bryce Terang, 9-5, United States leads. Alex Bregman, bases loaded to walk. Bryce Harper scores, 10-5 United States. Cal Raleigh, again, another bases loaded to walk for him. The United States goes up 11-5. Roman Anthony, RBI single, just keeping that line moving. Everybody up 90 feet. Sometimes that's what you have to do in bases loaded situations to get big rallies started. That made it 12-5. Pete Crow Armstrong with the bases loaded walk, 13-5 United States. And then there was a balk with Bryce Terang up. So that means everybody moves up 90 feet. So Cal Raleigh was able to score, which made it 14-5. And the balk would prove costly as Terang had an RBI ground out. Scoring Robin Anthony, 15-5 is your final. United States able to use that huge 7-run ninth inning to put this one away. Logan Webb with the win. He went 4 innings, gave up 1 run on 1 hit, struck out 6, only allowed the 1 home run. And the loss goes to Bo Takayashi. Now, Takayashi is a international free agent pick of the Arizona Diamondbacks back in 2013. Spent a lot of time in the minor leagues. Takayashi was on the Diamondbacks major league roster in 2019. However, he did not appear in a single major league game. So he also got an opportunity with the Cincinnati Reds. They signed a minor league deal with them. However, he never appeared in a major league game. Most of his time spent either in the minor leagues or in Japan. So this World Baseball Classic here, it's a big chance for a lot of these international guys to really showcase their talent. And you just never know what opportunities they could have, as this MLB season just keeps rolling along. So that takes care of Friday's action, and we will go to now Saturday's action. United States, of course, with back-to-back games. So United States hosting Great Britain. So Tariq Skubal, the all-world ace, back-to-back Cy Young Award winner for the Detroit Tigers. He's also led the American League in earned run average over the past 2 seasons. Now, even with all of this, these accolades, Skubal entered spring training without a long-term deal. He's already came out and said that he's not going to worry about it until, the off season. He's just going to focus on pitching the best that he can pitch and hopefully leading the Detroit Tigers into a deep postseason run that hopefully will extend to the World Series for them. So we'll see if Skubal can do just that. And it's opposition, Great Britain going with Andre Scrubb. Scrubb was a former draft pick of the Los Angeles Dodgers back in 2016, 8th round selection. Scrubb did not make a major league appearance with the Dodgers. Most of his time spent in the minor leagues. Now, what's interesting about Scrubb is that he was traded to the Houston Astros in July of 2019. A year later, he was added to the Astros MLB roster due to an injury to Joe Pagani. So, Scrubb did make his MLB debut on that same evening against, guess who? Yes, the Los Angeles Dodgers. So, kind of interesting how that works out. So, Scrubb pitched really good for the Astros. He was 1-0, a 1.90 ERA. Now, the strikeout to walk ratio wasn't great. He struck out 24 and walked 20. But, however, it was good enough for the Astros to put him on their postseason roster. So, I mean, that's got to be one of the highest accolades you can get for a reliever. So, congratulations to him for that. So, a lot of Scrubb's time was spent in the minors. He had 3 different stints with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. That's got to be one of the nicest names I think I've ever heard from a minor league team. I also spent time with the Single-A Fayetteville Woodpeckers, but unfortunately only 5 games for them before he got injured. He also spent some time in Mexico with 2 different franchises, and he also spent some time with the New York Mets minor league system. Spent his time between Double-A, Binghamton Rumble Ponies, and the Triple-A Syracuse Mets without making another major league appearance. So Skubal got into some trouble right away, gave up a leadoff homer to Nate Eaton. There was a umpire review. The call on the field was overturned, so Great Britain immediately went up 1-0. Now, It's remained a 1-0 game. So the United States in the second inning, it appeared that they were about to tie the game. Will Smith hit a deep fly ball to right center, but Trace Thompson, the right fielder for Great Britain, made one of the best catches I think we've seen so far in this 2026 World Baseball Classic. Able to leap up into the stands. It was definitely home run distance, and able to leap up and make a fantastic grab and keep it 1-0. That score would remain until the bottom of the fifth inning. Scrub showing some wildness with a wild pitch. Ernie Clement able to score, and it tied the game 1-1. And then Kyle Schwarber. This man has been known for showing a lot of power in his MLB career. This highlight would be no different. An absolute no-doubt moonshot into the upper deck. Go-ahead two-run homer to put the United States up 3-1. That is a lead that they would not relinquish for the rest of the evening. And the offense wasn't done in the fifth inning. Gunnar Henderson with a two-run single to put the United States up 5-1. Bottom of the sixth, United States adding more run support. Alex Bregman with a sacrifice fly able to score. Ernie Clement. United States goes up 6-1. Aaron Judge contributing a second straight game for him with a run-scoring hit. RBI single for Judge, scoring Pete Armstrong, and the United States goes up 7-1. Will Smith adding a sacrifice fly, scoring Kyle Schwarber. United States up 8-1. Alex Bregman would add a sacrifice fly in the seventh inning, and no problem for the United States, which goes on to an easy 9-1 win. Clay Holmes pitched 3 innings of relief. He was very sharp, just gave up 1 hit, struck out 6, didn't walk any batters, and Holmes gets the win. The loss will go to Andre Scrub, who he did not get out of the first inning. Actually, he did not record a single out in this one. He gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, and 1 home run, so he will take the loss for Great Britain. So, what's next up for the United States? They will play Mexico. That game will be 7 o'clock Central Time, Monday evening. And Paul Skeens will get the start for the United States. So this United States rotation, very impressive with the arms that they've put out there. Skeens, of course, led the National League in earned run average last season. So, and expect a lot of electric stuff. And United States so far in these 2 games, they just really have no problems run scoring. They've averaged about 12 runs so far in this World Baseball Classic thus far to this point. The defense has looked very good, only allowing about 3 runs a game. And that is a great formula to win and get deep into this tournament, and hopefully they will get into the finals again. Now, a lot of people think it may be the United States against Japan, which was the matchup 4 years ago. Of course, we all remember that the final at bat, Shohei Ohtani able to strike out his then former teammate Mike Trout. Of course, they were both members of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and this is, of course, before Ohtani signed that massive spring free agent contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers, 10 years at $700 million. Okay, so we're going to just go through Sunday's action really quick. So one game has gone final. Japan has knocked off Australia. So Japan remains undefeated. They go to 3-0. Mexico will play Brazil tonight. Mexico 1-0. Brazil coming in at 0-2. And there is a matchup. Panama and Canada will play at 7 o'clock. Canada comes in 1-0. Panama at 0-2. Pardon me there for the adjustment. And so there's some earlier games that's there's another night game here. It will be Nicaragua against Israel. Nicaragua at 0-2, Israel at 0-1. And there's some matinee baseball that will be coming on 11 o'clock. A couple of games 11 o'clock Central Time. Colombia will play Cuba. Cuba is 2-0. Colombia 0-2. The Netherlands 1-1 will play the Dominican Republic, which is 1-0. That game will be Also 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, and then at noon Central Time, it'll be Great Britain, who is 0-2, will play Italy, which is 1-0. And like I said, the United States' next game will be tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock Central Time. 2-0 USA against 1-0 Mexico. You can catch that game on Fox. I will have a recap on that one most likely Tuesday morning. I will try my best to do it Monday evening, but honestly, the sleep I'm getting is I'm falling asleep a lot earlier now on weekdays, which it's a great sign of getting healthier. So, hey, if I have to hop on Tuesday morning and do this first thing, I will absolutely do that and just let you guys know all of the action of the United States result against Mexico and kind of look ahead to the next game. I will absolutely do so. So that's gonna wrap it up for this World Baseball Classic recap. Hey, listen, I'm gonna have a NFL free agency kind of a day one recap. We'll see what moves the Bears make once the free agency officially hits this Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Of course, World Baseball Classic recap, that's coming Tuesday morning at the absolute latest. So it's gonna be a busy week, but hey, man, when you do something you love, everything's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to just giving you guys the latest scoop of what's going on. Hey, and if you like this content, please hit the subscribe button. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Bangin' Sports TV on YouTube. Make sure you bookmark that. Of course, that will keep you up to date with all of the latest content that I'm putting out. I'm going to try to put together several different either podcasts or shorts every single week, depending on what's going on in sports. So, it's just a great profession to be in because it's always going to be busy no matter what month of the season you're in. And like I said, I'm getting my feet wet with this, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to grow here with you all. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. And again, I'm going to have the latest World Baseball recap Tuesday morning with the result of USA against Mexico. And then I'll focus on the NFL free agency probably Wednesday evening. So until next time, this is Matty T for Bangin' Sports TV on YouTube. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.